Hello. Let's start the session today, the ninth session. Uh, Let me start with a prayer. The Nasadiya Suktam Shanti Mantra. Om Vang Me Manasi Pratishtita Mano Me Vachi Pratishtitam Aviravirma Edhi Vedasya Maanistaha Shrutam Me Ma Prahasihi Anenadhite Nahoratran Sandadhami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu Vaktaramavatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hello everyone. I'll be talking about some new tips this session. And as I said, I will be uploading different videos and different things. So today's session, I'll be doing something about the sleep. So I was attending a group session, and a lot of people had this issue. And coincidentally, I had also talked to a lot of my family and friends about the steps that you can take to have a good night's sleep. So it's pretty much very simple steps, very easy to do, very easy to practice, and it's uh, it, the practice. I think it should be pretty easy to get to it. Whoever wants to try it out. It did help a lot of my friends, and that's the feedback which I got. And let me step back on the other things which we discussed last time. So there were seven steps to happiness which I talked about, and in that the first step was breathing. So in uh, the steps that I'll be discussing about sleep also involves breathing. Pretty much, that's the thing which you do and observe when trying to sleep. And so the first thing in that is the very first step in this four steps that I'll be talking about to sleep. I call it like 4S, 2S, four steps to sleep. So the first one is you have to get comfortable into a sleeping position, and uh, so that's actually it could be the normal place where you would be sleeping every day. It could be a nice, comfortable place where everything is uh, like uh, all ready and stuff for you to go to sleep for the night or whenever you want to sleep, right? So that's the first step. You get comfortable and into a position that that you'll be uh, able to sleep for a long time. Basically, these are also based on the Upanishads and the ideas that I got from there. Basically, when you get into sleep, uh, if you realize, if you think about it, you would realize that uh, usually when you get into deep sleep, you don't even think of yourself having a body or mind or whatever, right? You don't even have the same kind of uh, surroundings and all things. So in the sleep, it's a little different. In the dream state, that's what I'm talking about. So basically, that's what you would think about. I mean, you recognize after you get up that the next thing when you have a deep sleep state, you don't even recognize. You don't even remember whatever you had the experience. So basically, get in a position where it's comfortable, and then you'll be able to sleep properly, and not get up in the morning again with a bad neck or bad pain anywhere in the body. So get into comfortable position. That's the first step. And the second step is very important. It also involves a lot of things which you talked about in the mindfulness tips in the earlier sessions, the 7 tips, the 7 steps to happiness. So basically, what you do in this second step is it's all about controlling the mind. Okay? So you have like what are think about all the things that you have, like all the worries or whatever you want to do stuff and whatever is left unfinished, and just pack it up nicely and mentally, I mean, and then put it aside somewhere and promise to get back to it later on. So that this is just the work of your mind. Basically, it helps you clear up the uh, the process of sleeping. Right? It helps you in that. Otherwise, different thoughts will be coming up, and which will which will bother some and stuff. So that's the second step where uh, you have to nicely, you know, get all the things that you are do, and then don't do it. Don't say that you're not going to, you're going to come back to it next time if you get up in the morning. So this is very important, and this is actually uh, the most important step in the process. So that's after doing that step, you do the third step, which is uh, you should not move, right? I mean, that's basically when you're comfortable in a position and you're ready to sleep, and you uh, the third step is not to move. So once you get into that position, which is when you've packed up all your things that you got to do for you know the next morning, that you're going to promise and then you're going to get back to it later on. That's the third step where you just don't move there, and then slowly focus on your breathing. That's the first step that we talked about in the mindfulness technique, right? So and slowly observe that the breathing goes normally, and then slowly it becomes heavier and heavier and heavier. And so when you don't move, when you go on observing that, actually this is also a practice of the meditation techniques in which I talked about in the last 7 steps. The seventh step of yoga of meditation, that also helps. Um, so basically, these are the 4 steps, and you would be able to observe uh, the time that you get into the sleep mode from the waking state in this process, and it's uh, it's an amazing experience if you're able to observe that when you're about to sleep, and it's as if you're going into a different state of mindfulness, right? So you can practice this. These are the 4 steps, and the as I had promised the group that I will be uploading these steps, and this did help a lot of my friends and family. With I told them about this, so it should be uh, pretty much helping you too if you can. And please let me know if there are any questions you have on this. So let's recap it again one more time. So the first step is to uh, get comfortable in a sitting position, and the second step is to pack all the things mentally, the things that you want to do, and promise to get back to it the next time around, morning, the morning, and the Third step is to not move, and the fourth step is just to observe and focus on your breathing, and observe that it goes. And then, if thoughts come up again and again on this, that's fine. But as long as the thoughts are actually there are only things that you can think two to one. So if you're focused on breathing, then the thoughts also slowly tend to disappear. So don't focus on the thoughts, focus on the breathing. So it's kind of the uh, the control of mind, right? Which I call COM is very important, which we talked about in the last sessions also. All the four the steps. So the action part of the mindfulness tip which I gave is here. The action is you're trying to sleep, right? So that's the action here. And the last step was the yoga of meditation, and then that also helps you. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you here is the practice of the 7 steps will also be helpful in getting you to to practice to sleep if you have these issues. So let me know if you have any issues with this. Any questions you have about this 4 steps, and we can discuss that next time. All right. So I think I wanted to uh, talk a little bit more on the other stuff also. So it's about the sessions format. I said I had changed, so I wanted to upload different things on the speech last time. So I would be doing that. Um, I didn't get time to do a lot of stuff in that, and there are amazing stuff that are happening in these speech things which are recording now. Um All right, so let's meet again, and we'll uh, discuss about the other stuff. And I'll be uploading different uh, videos on the sleep also, as well as the speech in the next coming days. Thank you for joining, and hope to see you again next time. Let's close the session for today with prayer. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम्. All right. Thank you for joining.